This episode, Finley, all things ABB,
Yeah.
all things Newey Challenger, what's currently happening as we speak.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I want to get off my chest immediately.
Go on.
I've been brewing the last 3 days since the ABB. It happened on Saturday morning. Something horrific happened. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I saw it. I know what you're referring to. I've just looked up how many world titles this person has because I have a theory on what the explanation will be to this.
Okay. Yep. So for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about right now, Layne Beachley took the absolute piss at the ABB on the weekend on Saturday.
Yeah.
Took the absolute mickey. She forgot the one thing, the most important thing. I literally got interviewed asking what is the most important thing at this event, and it is time management, and she took the absolute mickey. Anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Layne Beachley went out for her surf. She caught 2 waves. Her first wave was 0.88. Second was a 3.8. So not a great innings. No. At that point, you want to be kind of going, sorry, like if that was me, I would be going, all right, I kind of butched that, but I'll make it up in some other factor.
Sure.
That being the run. So she came in from her subpar performance and decided to sit down on the beach and have her partner wipe her feet from sand to put fucking shoes on. She put joggers on, and it was like 3 minutes to put shoes on. And then her partner even gave her a water bottle, like a little squirt. She was out there for like 5 minutes. It was like the scenes out of a marathon when the legs start coming off, like, oh my God, and you need like gels and shit. And then she proceeded to run up Heartbreak Hill or whatever it's called, the NRMA Heartbreak Hill, whatever they refer to it.
Yep.
The outcome of this was Freshwater Boardriders, the only club in that heat to not get their power surfer out there. You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to figure out how that happened.
Well, I think to be fair to Layne, it wasn't 3 minutes. It wasn't 3 minutes, and I don't think we can put the entire hopes and dreams of Freshwater on Layne Beachley's shoulders. Obviously an icon to the sport.
She's a world champion.
She's multiple world champion. She has 7 of them.
Yeah, we know, because one day she said she had one more than she didn't. Said she was the most famous one, but turns out there's another girl called Stephanie Gilmore with one more, Lano.
Yeah. My theory on this is if you're going to apply shoes, and now before I get into this, I didn't have boots on the ground up there. You were up there. I just need a little checklist. Were there military spikes on the path on the walk up?
No, it is like carpeted scaffolding.
So no Lego?
There was no Lego.
No Lego, no banana peels.
Not many banana peels.
Okay.
There was no mud.
Here's my theory. You have a second for each world title you have to put shoes on. I think we can allow her 7 seconds to exchange shoes.
Sure, it didn't matter. It wasn't 7 seconds.
It was a lot more. It was getting closer to 20.
She had a water fucking break.
Time. I don't know how many clubs we saw running up that hill, missing out by less than 10 seconds. You can't be putting shoes on.
Nope. Unless she got paid like bulk for like
maybe it was like
New Balance ad or something.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Unless she has severe plantar fasciitis, which I feel sorry for her.
If you do, Layne, we apologise.
No, you know what? I don't, because whoever picked the team, don't put someone in with fucking a running impairment in the team that involves fucking running. Off. You will not see Layne Beachley again at the next one. You can mark my words, because whoever picks that team is just literally applying their open palm to their forehead after that.
I saw a lot of support in the comments, and I put that down to her icon status in the sport, which I completely understand and respect. I thought we might have seen a few more sledgings than was there.
Straight up shit move.
It was.
For anyone who didn't, we'll get to who was watching this, but it's not that hard. You come in and you run 200 meters.
Yeah.
It's not like a marathon where they actually come in like wet feet from the swim. Sorry, not a marathon, triathlon. Triathlon? Yeah, triathlon. They come in and they have to put shoes on because they're running like, what is it, 13 Ks or something? 20 Ks?
Yeah, a while.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's a fair distance to be doing it in barefoot. Like, that'd fuck you up.
Yeah.
It's 200 meters on carpeted surface, a little bit of concrete, and then some grass, and then back onto a carpet surface. It's a fucking walk in the park.
Yeah.
For the feet, anyway. Like, I know it's hard when you've done the surfing aspect and then you've got to do the run aspect. That part's hard. But for the bottom of your feet, not that bad. And, yeah, well, it gets you a 6th place in the first heat if you want to do that. So, big old bow. But, ABB, big old tick. Holy fuck, what a good event.
It was incredible.
I could not believe the conversations I've had in the last 2 days prior at finishing. My parents watched both days, like almost glued to the couch. Now, my dad doesn't really watch much surfing.
Yeah.
So probably 10% of what happens around the world. Mum, probably 5%. My in-laws, who don't surf, watched it. I recently had coffee with a friend this morning that said he hadn't watched a WSL event in 10 years, watched it. And his partner was on the edge of her seat watching it.
Yeah.
My nan was watching it. She wasn't, but she probably was if she could know how to log into. Oh no, it was on
YouTube.
Channel 9.
Channel 9, YouTube.
So I think that's maybe why it was so easily accessible. It was on normal telly. I was just surprised about how many crew were actually watching this.
Yeah. My girlfriend's just messaged me saying I'm being scammed.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, I was like, the phone call came through and I was like, should I take this and just put it in the mic? Probably not. We can leave that there.
Has your bank account just been zeroed?
I don't know, but maybe. We'll find out later in the pod. But no, we had such a big list of people coming through in our DMs, especially saying that this should be the format for the Olympics. I couldn't agree more.
Well, I don't think it should be the sole format. I think it should be integrated.
Like a discipline of, like, you have like, it's like in the Winter Olympics, you have like snowboarding and you might have like another facet of.
Well, you got slope style.
Yeah.
Half pipe.
Yeah.
Big air, knuckle huck, things like that. Yeah, 100%.
Are we that important to the, like, do we deserve two platforms?
Like I just said, it brings in non-endemic people.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that has actually worked. Like, no one wants to watch a 40-minute heat where two guys bob up and down the ocean and they might get 3 waves. This had 6-person heats.
Yeah.
So there was always kind of someone either running, surfing, or like there was enough, tag team kind of orientated filming around it. Like, as in the camaraderie, I should say, around it.
Yeah.
There was always something happening.
Yeah. And there's, so maybe a good time to have this discussion now. We've basically in the last month had the 2 biggest team events on the calendar being the ABB and the World Club Challenge. 2 similar setups, but different in, obviously, the ABB, you have that athleticism aspect of the run. Comparing the 2, there's pros and cons to both. I quite actually like the ABB's format, though. It's great having the one at Snapper where you just put your arms up and you send the surfer out and they're out in the water in no time. Minimal waves missed. It's great. I just think with this, there's so much more going on, and also for the surfers in the water, like, you can be behind, or you either way, you can be ahead or behind, and how the other surfers in the heat are going is going to influence how the rest of your heat goes. Like, if you're having a really good run, and we nearly saw it in the final with Huey, if you're having a really good run and then all of a sudden you're in the lineup on your own, you think you got the world at your feet, no waves come, and then you have the other 4 or 5 clubs that have just swapped their surfer out come out and they're on your inside suddenly. There's just so much more excitement that can happen, I feel like. I personally prefer the ABB setup, and you just have all those little bits of extra excitement and heartbreak that can happen by doing it that way. I also like the no priority, which is back to my point before, because it just creates, you can be killing it, and then, like I said, 4 more teams jump out, and suddenly you went from being the only surfer in the lineup, you're now 5th priority, and you might not get a wave.
in round 2, we absolutely took the mickey out of that rule.
Yeah.
We scrap paddled out, and there had been like no ways, and it was Miller Brown and someone else had been sitting there for like 10 minutes, like in the water, not even like tagged out.
Yeah.
And the first set comes through and scrap went the first one, and I said to the Levo crew, I said, if that would have happened to me, if I was like in Miller's, I probably would have cooked him and just gone, nah, sorry, I'm going.
Yep.
It was so bad, but so amazing for us.
There's nothing worse than being like in a teams event and you're just getting walked on and there's nothing you can do about
Nothing. Sit down and that's it. I think Huey splashed Dakota on one of his waves in the final.
Wouldn't surprise me. I would have been absolutely spewing.
You've done nothing wrong.
No.
Like you've actually, it could be worse that you're ahead in time because you're out there at a period that there's just no waves, and then someone who's fucked for time comes out and steals it from you. It's a beautiful, cruel world that we live in, and this event is just perfectly whipped up.
Sums it up. And I think, perfect. Maybe like a combination of the two. I don't know how you work it, but I feel like it is definitely a more valid way of presenting surfing to the masses in surfing, in the Olympics, sorry.
I don't even think it has to be Olympics. Even to have like, there's been times, you might know a bit more, but like in our DMs where people have hinted, like board shaper tag teams at WSL events and things, like Team Sharp Eye, Team JS, just something more team orientated, because Zeke, when he jumped on our pod a couple months ago, he actually said something, and I was like, you know what? It's so true there. Like, it's so individualized that these athletes are walking in solo with a coach, walking out solo with a coach. Then maybe 5 or 6 of them might mingle and have dinner together at each event, but it's very secluded and individualized.
Yeah,
it wouldn't hurt to just have one event or maybe even 2 events throughout the year. It doesn't need to be like embedded in each CT stop.
No,
but just something to tickle the curiosity scratch and just see what comes of it.
I love it.
When you've got Surfing Australia putting on an event like this, the hard yards have already been tested. Like, it works.
Yeah.
And it definitely works, because I just had conversations with people that I was like, oh, you watched? And they're like, yeah, we loved it.
100%.
So it's there. WSL, ISA, all these things. And I was even thinking, go as far as Stab High. Imagine Stab High with, like, it's a team thing.
Yeah. You could
rather than individual.
You could just include it as a secondary competition or even a primary competition. It might take over, but in everything to do with surfing, like there's an avenue you could include this.
Where I think there is, you remember Stab, the road trip one? What's it called? Stab
Highway.
Do you know how they're in teams?
Yeah.
But they're all collectively going towards the same goal.
It's entertaining as hell.
There's a bit more camaraderie in there, and Stab High definitely has a bit more camaraderie than what it feels like at a CT event in the athlete zone.
Yeah.
But you could go one step further and be like, all right, there's actually going to be on day 1, it's individual, like the Strati Assault.
100%.
The old school way, where it was day 1 individual, day 2 was pairs.
Yeah.
And then there was the team aspect as well. I don't know. I reckon there's something there.
Yeah. Speaking of Zeke, did you see the video he posted this week?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there? He stood on his bonnet of his car and while it was driving.
I was like, I love everything he does. I don't know if I can defend that one, though. That was crazy.
It was a quiet week on the content front.
It was like, for those who haven't seen it, check his Instagram out. He was essentially surfing his moving car.
Yes. When I first saw it, I thought there was no one else in the car, in the front seat.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is the car not veering into traffic here?
Yeah.
When he comes back in, I can see that there is someone's arm holding the steering wheel. I thought it was just like freeballing, like no one touching the steering wheel. I was like, that's really red hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, must be not many ways around.
Mental. Let's go through some results though. I mean, the semi-finals is where things start getting interesting. Obviously, some good performances early on. Liba with the...
we were on a heater, Finley.
Yeah, the second highest points total of day 1 by looks of. So looking really good early on. Smashed the second heat too, and then moved into the semi-finals, which, like I said, is where things start getting interesting. So semi-final 1, North Shore Boardriders, Sandon Point, which probably a bit of an overachiever this event. It's really cool to see.
I think
Byron,
Sammy Lowe kind of carried that one through.
Sammy
Definitely did a bit of the heavy lifting.
He was killing
I
it as a
don't
power
think-
surfer.
Sandon are going to care for me to say that. Like, it's pretty evident.
They know. Byron Bay, they're always thereabouts. Avoca, who their team was really good. I actually thought they might have made the final. Lennox Chell, Caleb Tankred, Ace Buchan, Noah Hartney, Talia Hurst.
Yeah, they got slapped by the time.
Caleb is the power surfer. They did, you're right. Seaford, which definitely a standout performance on their behalf. They punching well above their weight there. Dion Atkinson, Luke Sikora, Maya Tate, Harry Green, Mitchell Henderson. Dion Atkinson is their power surfer again. He's he's definitely the most well-known surfer in that team. The rest aren't as well-known by the surfing world. I don't know too many of them, actually. And then Peninsula, which is I'm assuming a Victoria team, I think.
Could be South Oz or Victoria. There's a few peninsulas down that way.
Yeah. Wait,
who's in the team? Hit me with the names.
Well, Caden Fowler, who actually...
that's Victoria.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so basically I've just read that in order. So North Shore smashed it. Sandon Point and Byron Bay were sort of in second, third place. They both progressed. Then in the semi-final, Heat 2, Kawana, North End, North Shelley, Liba, North Narrabeen, Kingston.
It still hurts.
That was a final.
It still hurts.
That was
talk about it.
That was a final in itself. For reference, Liba got fourth in the heat. Actually, sorry, no, let's even go down to fifth. North Narrabeen got fifth in that heat.
Yeah, suck eggs.
They would have won the other semi with their points total in fifth place.
I know, that did come up in conversation. The first semi, we were like, fuck, this is pretty tough viewing.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, we get thrown in the fucking superheat.
Yeah.
So it's rigged. No, kidding.
Let's go through that. So Kawana, we've actually the highest heat total of the entire event. I believe 38.47. Yep, highest heat total of the entire event. They went nuts. Their power surfer being Zeb Stokes. He was really consistent for them. Taj Stokes, his brother, I'm assuming. They'd have to be, right? Taj, you got an 8. Holly Williams, mid-6. Mac Borton, mid-6. Dane Bird, mid-6. That's going to win you plenty of heats. Then you go to North End. Now, question that will come up later, but I'll bring it forward now, was go through and average out Huey's and Dakota's scores through the event and find out who had the highest average score. I did that, and then I looked a bit further into some of the other power surfers. I've got the numbers here. So
was Lane Beachley one of them?
Lane not being one of them. So Huey Vaughan, 6.9. Where are we? No, 6.98 average wave score across every heat. That's 2 waves per heat, mind you, because he's first surfer and power surfer. So he averaged pretty much 7 across every single wave he surfed. Which,
that's pretty darn good.
If you can do that, you're onto a winner. Dakota, 6.67. He actually surfed a few less waves though because he wasn't power surfer in every heat.
Yeah, he did fucking plenty of upsy downsies.
He did plenty of upsy downsies. He was ripping too. So Huey had the better there.
There's an asterisk there, which we'll get back to, but anyway.
Yes, but I went a bit further and I was like, who was the best power server? Alistair Reginato was close, 6.64. He was really impressive. And if it wasn't for a few lower scores, Dakota actually had a really low score, and they're like a 2 at one point, which really affected his average.
Yeah, he ran out of time. I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Power surfer had to get in real quick.
Absolutely. So that's been affected there across the board. It was probably more so close to Huey, but Chris Zaffis, who the next club in this, who came second in that semi-final, 6.99. So we averaged 0.01 higher than Huey, which they're essentially the same score. But like, really cool to see Zaff still going
out of retirement. He's had a Grommy. He's married, and he's fucking fired up.
Yeah. So I didn't test everyone, but I just went through the guys that I remember being really high scorers, and out of those 4 that I named, they were the top 4 really that I could think of. Lebby probably was up there, but he didn't surf as many heats because they lost earlier, so it's hard to get
Lenny?
Lebby or Caleb.
Oh, right, and Lennox would have been up there too.
Yeah, but like when you surf less heats, it's like your average balloons because, you know what I mean?
True.
You don't have to...
Not quite a fair comparison.
Yeah. So from the guys that sort of made the final, I went through those guys, and Zaff was actually the most consistent and the best and
He
fairest.
was on fire, and he was also going above the limb.
Yeah, he was doing punts.
Like punts there's nothing scarier than surfing in a teams event, let alone trying to like go excellent in a teams event. It's like you could be going in and getting absolutely whipped, publicly whipped by your club.
Yeah.
Like a fucking scene out of Game of Thrones when they're like, that chick walking down nude and she's getting tomatoes thrown at her. I remember it because it's the first pair of tits I ever saw. But that's what it reminds me of. Like, you could have to go for a walk of shame.
Yeah, and you'd get pizzled because your club would just be going, we're on a right-hand point break and you're trying air reverses. Do 3 turns and get a 7, you know?
Even a pit. Even when it was like that, like going for a pit, like I felt so bad. Sophie McCulloch turned a 10-point right into a 3.
Why?
She leggy barreled for the entirety of a really good barrel.
Yeah, okay.
See, but that's what I mean. It's even risky. Like she probably should have.
She's probably going, let me get out in front of this so I can do turns because I don't want to get barreled, and then you get caught in between 2 mines.
She was definitely stuck in 2 mines and she got slapped with a 3.
Yeah.
I think it was actually less than a 3, but yeah, that was a hard one to witness.
Yeah. So Chris got an 8.38 to start that heat, which if you're doing that, you're doing pretty well. Then Chris Bennett's 4.65, which will do you good still. 7.38 for Coral Durant. Ryder Lucy, 5.18, who I believe is a junior. Josh Dowthwaite, a 4.83, which when you've got an 8 and a 7 in your scoreline, it's
cancels out.
And then Chris Appers on his power wave, 7.45. So
it's a fucking weapon.
Yeah. North Shelley, Huey and Macy started off with 6s.
Sorry, I got to stop you there. Asterisks in there as well.
Why?
We'll get to it.
Okay. Huey and Macy started off with 6-point rides. Shane Holmes, 8.5. Just lead
You mean
foot.
the spray machine?
Yeah.
Him and Jacko back in the same spray machine. They come out of the same factory.
Yeah. You're just chucking that back leg into every section
100%.
and moving water. Russ Maloney, who's just the eternal frother, and he just seems to do a job for him every time. He gets a 4, but that's, again, more than enough. And then the junior and Huey finish off with 2 6s, which is enough, unfortunately, to beat Lennox Ballina in 4th position.
Oh, it hurts.
Melling, Woody, Scrap, all in the 5 range. James gets the closest with a 5.95. I arguably think he could have been in that 6 range, but anyway, that's by the by. Max McGillivray, 6.3. Nixie Ryan, 9.08, which really, we were down and out. With those scores, they were good, decent scores, but when the teams above you have 8s and 7s.
We were placid at that point.
We were done.
Maxie got that score, and I was kind of like, oh, interesting. Okay, it was like turning a light on, but the light's kind of flickering.
It's dim.
And then, Nixie went out and fucking tore the arse end out of it and got a 9.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, like this can work.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the clock and went, this is probably not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Melling needed, in the end, probably, what is it? Like a mid 4 or something. To actually get us up into 3rd place. Which,
well, it would have needed to be a 9 because he would have lost the points to get that 4.
Yes, exactly right. So he elected to take a smaller wave and he did a floater, got a 2.8 and made it in, but wasn't enough. So he essentially needed to get.
So the game plan there is after Maxi, I looked to Johnny and I said, we're out of time here. The only way we're going to capitalize on this is if someone doesn't get in.
Yeah.
And then we just go from 5th to pretty well 2nd.
Well, because if you get in time and you get a 3, and someone else doesn't, your 3 becomes an 8, essentially.
Correct. And I said, that's our only meal ticket here.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it was one of the only fucking heats where everyone got in. I went, are you kidding me? That every heat so far, someone hasn't got in. And in that heat, it was the club under us. Well, I was like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
The semi-final...
Statistically speaking, this is almost impossible. And then Jesus Christ, baby Jesus up there just goes, here you go, Lieber. I'm going to give you the unlucky stick.
Yeah. So the heat before, the semi before, they had 1, 2, 3 people not make. So 3 of the teams didn't make it in. We had 1 in our heat. So
yeah, the team underneath us, the one we didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining here, though. We got beaten by teams that were better on the day. They were killing it. I mean, we did our very best. Nixie put us in a position to make the heat. But in terms of like scores across the board, we probably just need to be slightly higher across the other.
I did say to a few members, it would have been tough for us to win that final.
100%.
That was like those lads came out swinging and
yeah, we'll get to that now because the First exchange, the first proper exchange. There was a couple of 3s and 2s ridden before this, but it just went fireworks. So North Shelley, I think Zaffis got his wave first, so he came out with a 7.08. Huey went 8.88 on the wave behind. Dakota went 7.13 on the wave behind. And Alistair Reginardo, where is he? He went 8.83. So that was incredible. And I made the reel in my car. I was quickly like going, oh crap, I need to like whip this up, post it.
Also, a lot of people have commended you on your prompt actions. They're like, how the fuck is there something on Instagram and the final's not done?
Still half an hour left when I finish it.
Yeah, and I commented, Huey Vaughan robbed.
Yeah.
And now I look like a fucking idiot because he just comes out and wins anyway. And I was like, I almost have to go back and delete my comment. I look like an absolute spoon.
Yeah.
But, so well done.
Yeah,
well
well,
done.
I finished that reel. Little did I know I had to make another one half an hour later because the ending was actually more exciting than the beginning. We'll get to that, though. North End, bit of a shocker. Started off really well, just couldn't really get any other scores, and they ran out of time. Similar to Sandon Point, started off, just didn't really get in the mix on that first exchange, which hurt them. They ended up in 5th place. Kawana, very similar. They only got a mid-3 on that first.
We also need to ask Zeb for payment.
Why?
He claimed a 375, and it was a pretty aggressive set.
No, I think it was the 5 he claimed, but still.
Was it at the end or the start?
I was at the end of the heat, I believe, because it was when Dakota and Huey did their thing.
Yes, but sorry, Zeb. Anything under an 8, according to Kelly Slater, not our rules. Don't get us up us. Anything under an 8-point ride is worthy of a $5 note into a jar.
Yeah, I agree. Then we get to the kind of the big 3 that were battling for the win in this. Not to discount the other 3 teams, but that was the way it played out. So North Shore, Reg 8.83. His surfing is just so impressive. He's making heats on the Challenger. I think he made his heat today as well.
Yeah,
from memory.
Yep, he did.
So he's looking really good, and I believe he's qualified. So he's going to be on the Challenger next year.
I guess me excited.
Very good. Sophie McCulloch 5, Blake Wilson 5, Stella Green 3.2, Luke Brumby. So again, like couple 6s there, and it gets interesting. But they probably weren't in with a realistic shot unless Reg dropped like a 10 on his last one and made it in time, which didn't happen. But the real storyline in this was North Shelley and Byron Bay. So they essentially did the same thing. There was 0.04 separating them with their final surfers, their power surfers to go, which across 5 surfers is less than 0.01 per surfer. So it's like stupid. They interviewed Dakota before he's about to run out.
Oh, God, that was good.
And they were like, Dakota, you got 6 minutes or something like that. How much?
Jesse just goes, how much time do you need?
And he's like, more than this.
Yeah, no other words, just more than this.
But then he freaking paddles out and gets a wave before Huey, who, mind you, is already sitting out there.
That's when Huey splashed him.
Yeah, gets an 8.08 within 6 minutes of getting from the top of the hill to the water, jumping off the rocks, getting out the back, and then drops an 8 in time. Doesn't make it in, mind you, but in 6 minutes to do all that is ridiculous in itself. Huey's out there probably just wigging out going, I just lost this for the club. Like, this is heavy. I should have been on one of those waves. And then just out of nowhere finds just this crazy wave behind Dakota's. And you think, oh, Dakota's just done it for Byron. Does a snap and then just throws it out into the flat, stomps it. And they had no option but to give him the score. Crazy. Mind you, they both got the same score. I think the judges just wigged out and went, how do we separate these two? So
I didn't like this.
2 very different waves.
Yeah.
I think they set the standard on Huey's first wave that I feel like they should have just given Huey a much bigger score than they did. I don't think they needed to go that close with it. His first wave was a more inverted version of the move, but the second version had a snap before it. So I was like, kind of makes sense that it's at least on par.
Even Huey said in the interview, he goes, I was kind of wigging that I got an 8.88.
On his first one.
On his first one.
So he thought that should have been higher.
He thought, and that's why I commented on our own reel saying Huey robbed. Because, like, you look at it, the amplitude's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, and Burley, that whole 3-4 days, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on low tide, it was going below sea level.
Yeah.
And, like,
it's not a fun
I nearly broke my fucking ankle that surf by getting absolutely flogged pulling in. It looked like an absolute spoon. Like, it was shallow, and it's like, that's the last thing you're looking to do out there. And for him to do a punt and a very, very, like, dangerous-looking one out to the flats.
Yeah.
Fucking throw the book at it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, no one did anything close to that.
No.
Like, obviously, Codes did a pretty nice indie grab row, but it was like it felt safer.
Yeah.
I
think if you're like, it's people don't understand sometimes, and maybe the judges didn't understand in this scenario, but like on a point break, it's so scary to do a move like that because the section's always moving away from you. You're always chasing after it. So you have no option but to go on the flats. And on a place like Burleigh, that end section's going square. There's no safe landing on that. You have to push it out directly in front of where it's breaking to actually make the thing. And it's so scary. And for him to go upside down, I feel like they could have bummed him up a little bit.
Yep.
Been stingy.
For sure. I thought that was a little undercooked. But to give an 808 and an 808 for two very different waves, that kind of felt like, I reckon in the panel there, they went, all right, we've got the winner.
Yeah.
But how can we settle the score? Boss, should we just give it the same score and we're going to get this outcome? Great thinking, Judge One.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's what they've done.
Yeah.
That's a fence sitter.
Yeah.
And we are not fence sitters.
No.
We are not fence sitters.
Put a number on it, lads. But it didn't affect, in hindsight, it doesn't affect the winner because North Shelley win. I think they deserve to win regardless.
I did, they definitely deserve to win, but it would have been a pretty good story for Byron. Did you witness their semi-final?
Yeah.
Or
I did.
round two, where Mac Brindley's leg rope snapped on a 1 foot wave. And the way that the contest rules are, Glenn Elliott's very strict. One of his rules, this one was crazy. If you break your leg, someone said this at the managers meeting, if you break your leg, can someone run for you? Like for the rest of the duration? He said, no, they must run unassisted. Fuck, lucky we're Terminators. Like,
does that mean Layne's little shoe debacle? Does that fall under the rules?
It's assisted.
Performance enhancing.
She had someone wipe their feet.
Yeah.
That could shave off. I mean, it's not going to shave off the fucking 9 minutes she took, but yeah, it was interesting. So yeah, you if you hurt yourself, you have to run yourself. There is no assistance. You can't be chaired up. You can't be carried. Whatever. And I thought that was, I don't know, a bit tough.
Yeah.
If your ankle's fucking sideways, tough luck. Up you go. And another thing is, you can't come in on the rocks and cut the course. You must go all the way to the beach. And this poor kid's board was like probably 3/4 of the way up the point.
Yeah.
And he's swimming in, he's trying to like scale the rocks, but then I think like his team are telling him that they're pointing where his board was.
Yeah.
But then they've probably realized, hang on a minute, when he gets his board, he has to go back out anyway.
Yeah.
So they just started telling him to swim to the
swim
beach.
in.
Unfortunately for Mac, that's where the only rip on the Gold Coast was, and he had to swim against the rip. And I was even saying, okay, so he's not really moving, like he's not going backwards, but he's not going forwards. At what point does the lifeguards have to legally come out and assist him? And then Glenn Elliott to go, nah, you're out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is a fucking calamity.
That was heavy. I felt really bad for him, and good thing they made it in the end because that sucked. Having to swim as long as he did and then run up, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't be able to do it. So
I would have puked.
Yeah, good on him. But yeah, that's the ABB.
That is the ABB.
Really?
Great event. We need more of it.
Yeah, I got a couple of additional things. Obviously, we'll get into the action from today, which is the Men's Challenger Series that's happening at Merewether.
Before Finley, we forget every time. Let's take the time to say thank you to everyone who has liked, followed, subscribed to all our channels.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a big year for us coming, so make sure that you jump onto your socials, and if you're not, do it now.
Yeah.
Because that way you won't miss anything. Sometimes the algorithm can throw up some reels and then you find yourself deep scrolling and then it's 2 a.m. and you go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But if you follow us, subscribe, that way the algorithm will actually show you our newest and latest and greatest content. So please do that now.
Yeah. And you'll never miss Zach Rydoff, the 7-time Women's World Champion again. So
yes.
Let's move on from that, because speaking of subscribing and YouTube and playlist and all that sort of thing, we talked recently about It might have been the episode with Connor. You displayed your feet.
Did I?
I believe it was that episode, and we were
Barefoot?
I think it was barefoot.
Oh, was I picking my toenails?
No. It was more like you would like, oh look, like subscribe to my feet. You know what I mean? Like,
that was I meant to post that on my other page.
Yeah. Rate my foot or whatever it was. We did talk about it. I stumbled across this, and I didn't want to actually.
This is not going to be good for me, is it?
It's not good for brand Largo.
Okay.
So on YouTube, you can designate your, I guess, content into playlists, and people can add them to their playlist, or they can get added to different playlists based on what you talk about. So obviously for us, surfing is a big one. We get added to surfing playlists. I don't know how I got onto this, but I found it on our analytics. Playlist featuring you. So the Largo podcast is the top. I don't know what that means, whether that's our actual one that we've got, and that's obviously the
Doesn't matter, we're the top of something.
Doesn't matter. It's our top. That's where all our episodes are featured. Number 2. Male socks / feet in podcast playlist. 42.
What are you fucking weirdos watching?
So that's number 2.
What playlist is that?
Socks, number 3. Guys in socks, number 4.
Someone's fucking with.
Male bare feet podcast.
No.
Yes.
So we talk about so much. Why is the algorithm doing this to us?
There's some sickos out there that go,
is this what like people are searching?
I think people have, like, there's playlists out there that you can search on YouTube and find content designated to that playlist. So like if you want to find feet podcast videos, you would type up male socks / feet and podcast.
So there's some weird bricked up watching us.
Well, don't know if we have to include a nationality there, but yeah, potentially there's someone.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, someone loves us.
Yeah, for the wrong things.
But I just thought I'd point that out. That was quite a thing. But
and that's why we need everyone to actually follow us.
So we don't end up in feet.
We could end up in the complete wrong industry, and we need you guys to pull us back to where we need to be.
All right. Next off the agenda, board review coming.
Yes.
Told Zach today, hard cut off this week.
Yes, just trying to round up some footage.
Yes.
And the board review, are we going to tell our audience what it is?
Well, it's a Minecraft from Dan Thompson and
very fruity. Fruitier than a bag of Skittles, this one.
Yeah, different.
Could almost fit in a bag of Skittles.
It's pretty small. I'm not going to give away too much. I don't want to give you the review before the review.
Yeah, but let's edge the audience. It's your favorite word, edging.
Put it this way. Between me and Zach, we had varying opinions of this surfboard.
Yep.
I think that's a good way to edge it.
Yeah, I'm half stiff.
Okay, we'll just give it away. That's all right. There was disagreement to an extent. Now, I'm not going to say whether we liked or disliked the surfboard. You're going to have to wait to watch the review to figure that out. We didn't have amazing waves for it. We tried our best, and we got enough to test the board adequately.
We gave it a good nudge in different conditions.
Yeah, we there was a couple of really fun days.
Yep.
One day in particular that you had it that potentially could be described as a meltdown on your behalf. But there's something in it, so just stay tuned. End of this week, we're gonna have it out.
The results will be surprising though.
I think based on that description of it, yeah, you'll be surprised what we come to.
Yep.
I'll leave it there. I don't want to say too much.
And check out the socials. We'll put out a little teaser maybe.
Let's get into. You didn't have anything else to add before we get into Merewether?
No.
Let's start this with a little hot mic I discovered while watching the contest. You know how before the contest starts on YouTube and they'll just have the camera pointing out at the ocean?
Yes.
And it'll say like action starts at 9 a.m. or whatever.
Yep, next call, things like that.
So a couple of, easy to distinguish voices. James Wood being one of them.
Oh, God.
Mike and McDonough being the other.
Yep.
I was watching it with the volume up the other day, which when you've got this camera angle, it's generally just like you can just hear the waves breaking in the background. There's no noise. Yeah.
Yep.
When those two sit down next to the camera and start talking, I immediately messaged Mikey and said, you need to move. I don't know what you're going to say here, but get away from wherever you're sitting.
Yes, could go bad.
This is the hot mic, though. This is, luckily nothing really bad was said, but I found this quite hilarious. And it's a good way to intro Merewether.
Dude, get this comp on. It's fucking pumping. I've killed us over here.
So good.
Get this fucking comp on.
There's more that he went on to talk about his heat there to surf last year, but I was like, that's a perfect way to just let's get it going.
Imagine like the audiences overseas, like, I wonder what the waves are like, and they go, get this fucking comp on, eh? It's just like, if you were casually just like scrolling on YouTube and you're wondering where this event was, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's Australia right there.
Yeah. And
Good
that's
on
Michael
you,
McDonough. Let's look into what's unfolded so far. There has been a little bit. We're only just into the first sort of main round, the seeding round of this event, but there has been a little bit of stuff unfold.
Yeah.
Day one was like interesting. The waves weren't amazing, you'd say. Today was much better.
At least it's not small.
Yeah.
I hate watching small contests.
Yeah. There's something there to surf. And the Aussies made light work of it. Now, the ABB athletes excelled on day one. Dakota Walters winning his first heat. He obviously featured in the final, and from his interview said his flight was at 6:30 to Sydney. He finished the final at 4:30, and he got home and realised he didn't have much of his gear. So he just packed what he had and got out of there, got down there and won his round one heat.
Yep.
Layne'S Smith, Caleb Tancred, heat two, they both progressed, both featuring heavily for their clubs in the ABB.
Both power surfers, so surf twice as much as their teammates.
Yeah, and Dakota as well.
And Lennox, fucking best story ever, posted a photo of him with his hands on his knees, looking absolutely defeated, with next to a bag of potatoes.
Yeah.
That is the best thing I've seen.
Well, in his interview, he said, "I feel like sacked potatoes."
Yeah.
So that's the
reference there.
Heat three, Dylan Moffat, Eden Hassan, both Aussies. Dylan also surfing for Narrabeen. And
Dylan also, I spoke to him out in the water. I was like, "Oh, so flying out soon?" And he's like, "I'm driving," and I went, I felt like going, "Wow, like that's brave." But then I was kind of like, you know what? I said to him, "Yeah, I'd hate to have your fucking flight cancelled."
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, no, I'm just driving. I was like, everyone. And then I told Woody, I was like, oh, I saw Dill out there, because Woody obviously was flying down. And he goes, oh, fucking sweet. I'll call him when my flight's cancelled or delayed. And I was like, yeah, so what? It's kind of like they're both risky.
Yeah.
But one's safer, but one
just sucks.
Yeah.
A lot more.
That'd be an 8-hour drive.
Another person who drove down, Alistair Reginato. Now, supposedly got down there, slept out the front of his mate's house, and then his mates stole his clothes out of the front of his car in the morning.
Yep.
So he just woke up, he had 2 or 3 hours sleep. Didn't matter, still went out, smoked his heat.
Speaking of stealing, Mikey Madonna's car got stolen at Newcastle.
No way.
Gone.
Really?
Gone. Nothing in it, though. Nothing in it.
His car got stolen.
Yep, the Klugs is gone.
Are you kidding me?
He's definitely been involved in about 9 crimes in Maitland, for sure.
Oh my
But how's that to kick off your last and most important event, and you just go to get your coffee and your car's just not there? Dude, where's my card?
Idea.
But like, it's actually gone.
Oh my God.
Yep.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Oh,
Over the
true.
week. I think Friday.
No wonder he was effing and jeffing on the stream before the comp started.
Yep.
He's fired up.
The shag and wagon gone.
Reg and Willem Watson, who Willem surfed for his club, I believe, in the ABB.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
First and second. Taj Stokes, unfortunately, getting third in that heat, but also in the ABB. So first, second, third in that heat.
Yep.
Ocean Lancaster defeated Jarvis Earl and Julian Wilson, so a couple of Aussies lost there.
Mate, he is a giant killer right now for a small fucking kid.
Bro,
Giant killer.
16 years old. He's the real deal.
He's probably the same size as a 14-year-old, though.
He's tiny.
AKA Danny Wheels.
Yeah. Morgan Siblick 2.0.
True.
Reef Hazelwood, Rafael Texera win heat 6, or come first and second, heat 6 respectively. Poor Harles, he was didn't actually feature in the ABB, but he's locked in for the Chang anyway, so it's not going to worry him too much. Then we lose Ollie Rissenbeek in heat 7. Couple of battlers get through that one. Hayden Rogers was really impressive. in Heat 8. I don't know if you watched his heat, man.
I
He's
didn't know. I went underground yesterday.
fair. Too much surfing.
Spent a big last 2 weeks New Zealand, and then
Sure.
straight into the. I didn't even go home. Flew into the Gold Coast, and got picked up straight to the comm.
Go and watch Hayden's replay.
I will.
One of the cleanest straighties you'll ever see. Just popped it, landed like it was on a
Clean as a
cloud,
baby's bum.
on a marshmallow, and just rode out of it. And then the steeziest little chop up you'll ever see to ride out of it, stuck that and pulled out the back. Go and watch that. You'll love it. Ben Lawrenson. I don't know, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't know if it's Lawrenson or Lorenston. I hear Jesse on the webcast calling you Lorenston.
Ben, can you please send us a voice memo?
Reach out. There's a lot of names we butcher, but Ben's...
I don't think we're fucking his first name.
No,
That's great.
if we get Ben wrong, just throw it away.
I got a 51 ATAR, so anything's possible.
Burn these cameras. We can throw it away.
True.
He was really impressive though. His back end just seems to get better and better. I believe riding for Revere now.
Real?
Yeah,
Rusty was
riding for Rusty. Unless it's
Mate,
not
Rusty's just been kicked in the nuts. Shane Ballin on their team for 6 months. That's not even a year, Connie.
Yeah.
Rip the Connie off.
Yeah. Benny looking, could be wrong, but it looked like a Revere sticker. He came second in that hit, so really good from him. We then move into we're going to the ladies' heats first. Let's have a look what happened there. Ziggy Aloha winning or getting through her first heat. We'll just go through the Aussies here. Charlie Haitley, she won her first heat also. Couple early round losses for Natalie Fensom.
Can I just stop you there? So Ziggy and Charlie not yet on the Challenger Series, but will be.
Lot of wild cards given out in this event, and I can only assume, because we ripped the lid off Hawaii for giving out all the local wild cards, we seem to have a lot at Newey too, but I think the reason being for this event is that a lot of people are just going, I can't make it.
Yeah, with what's going on in the Middle East,
Yeah.
Dubai is the gateway to Oz.
Yes.
And it's closed.
Yeah,
And it has been for, 8 days. I think there's a few repatriation flights coming through now, but they're more like, hey, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Not, hey, I'm just going to a surf comp.
Yeah.
The flight prices are pretty crazy. So, yeah, I believe there's been a few casualties of...
Not war casualties, but just people.
Yeah, fucking hell. Sorry, someone just probably had a heart attack.
Yeah, no, they couldn't make that flight, or they probably went, I'm no chance. I'll just start. Let's just go again next year. You know what I mean?
Yep, true.
So probably a few of those. Philippa gets knocked. Isla Huppets winning her heat by a bees. Someone sent us their multi that featured her, and geez, they really just got it done. So they would have been frothing. Emily Burke, she made her heat too. Oceana Rogers in the last heat of the round defeated Sophia Medina and Lucy Dara, missing out. But I believe Lucy's just absolutely rinsed the QS.
She qualified twice.
Yeah, so
she doubled down and had enough points to re-qualify twice. But what I wanted to say before is, for some of these crew, like even Harley, like maybe the opposite for Harley, for Ziggy and Charlie, pretty good confidence boost knowing that this is the tour that you're about to be on, and you win in your first heat against crew that have just spent a year on it.
100%.
And like someone like Zoe, she's spent a couple of years on it. Really good. And then, unfortunately, for the flip side, it might be a bit tough for Harley to be like, all right, let's see where I'm at. It's his first chance to see where he's at and to get a first-round knockout. It's obviously no reflection on what he can do. Harley's is going to fucking rip the back end out of it, I'm sure. But
it would have been nice for him to make a couple of hits here and go.
Yeah, it just gives you that. It's your first shot
at
seeing where you're at in the pack. And, maybe not a true reflection of what he'll do in the coming few events. But, we'll have to sting.
I've got full faith in him to come out next year and whack some crew. So, no problems there for me. But move into the round of 64. This is where things are starting to happen for qualification scenarios. Heat 1, Sammy Pupo, who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, he's locked in, but he loses first heat, so he's got a nervous wait over the next few days. Bronson Matey, just 2 mid-sevens.
He's come back with vengeance after getting slightly robbed last year.
Yeah, well, he's really, really impressive. We don't have to harp on about him too much. We posted multiple reels of him taking the absolute mickey.
On that, someone did message me today via text message, not via DM logo, and said the godson of Largo's done well or something like that. And I was like, fuck, true.
He's really done well.
Yeah.
Dakota, though, really impressive. Again, nearly 14 points put up in round 2, which is going to make you any heat, really.
Yep.
He's looking really sharp this event, coming off the back of that ABB. I feel like he's going to progress, and I wish I knew he was in this event because I would have picked him in my selections because I really do love watching him surf.
Tell you what he would like changed.
What?
His photo.
It's young.
It's young, and it looks like he was staring at the sun a little bit. Yeah, I'd be sending something in for that one.
Something
Coates.
different. Heat 2, Jorgan. He's in the mix, and he's made his heat. He's giving himself every opportunity here. We'll go into the rankings after this, but he's a name of note to keep an eye on now. We've had a few as Zach said, casualties of the early rounds, and a couple of people that have sat inside that top 10 have lost
What do you reckon of Jorgan?
He's not my favourite surfer, but I respect his hustle.
See his scores there?
Yeah.
687, 667.
That's exactly a Jorgan heat total.
That's a sums him up, hey?
Jorgan right there.
It's just it's just the guy that you're like, fuck. Like,
He's
just gonna be.
He's going to get 13 points every heat. And
I just don't know if that's enough.
It's probably not when you get to the World Tour, but it's enough to maybe get you there.
I guess there's no cut anymore, so
yeah.
wait and see.
Heat 3, it was going to be a tough call anyway for Winter.
I wonder if Jorgan's got was he the one who failed to wear a watch at the start of the year, started paddling back in with 4 minutes to go,
I think it was
and then he
him.
paddled back out?
I actually think it was him.
Can someone get down to fucking Merewether and see if Jorgan's wearing a watch this time?
Yeah.
He lost that heat because he paddled in with 3 minutes to go, and it was like a big gutter as well, and he's like halfway through the gutter, and half his squad are just yelling at him to go back out. If not, the Largo podcast will send you down a Finding Nemo watch.
I think it was him. Heat 3, Winter, would have been a really heroic effort for him to actually qualify here. He does lose out first round for him, so won't be his year, although we kind of expected that. I think next year's going to be huge for him. Amrod, gone.
Yep.
Caleb wins his second heat.
Fuck, he looks good.
He's looking so good.
He looks so good. He's definitely got the Largo effect.
Yeah. Interesting to note, you remember that reel I posted yesterday of him?
Yep.
From our podcast where he said he wanted to be back on the Challenger Series. He had the wave from 2019. He actually had an interference in that heat against Leo. That was one of his later attempts at getting a score. Leo had a 9.4 heat total. That wave there was a 9.23. He nearly made the heat on one maneuver. So he got an interference early on. He was young. Leo was paddling for a wave. He tried to do a turn where Leo was paddling. Meant that Leo couldn't catch a wave, priority interference. And then he just went mad for the rest of the heat. Threw that thing down and got a 9.23. Was nearly enough to get him in. But anyway, I just remember that wave from back then, and I was like,
did you just stumble across that footage, or did you just remember that?
I stumbled across the footage, but then once I seen it, I immediately remembered what happened.
Fuck, I don't even know what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Heat 4, Luke Thompson, he's doing it.
He might have the Largo effect too.
He's doing it. He's getting there. He's made his heat. He's going to be on tour next year. Even though he hasn't officially qualified, he's there. Carlos Munoz, our little Costa Rican friend.
Yeah.
He gets it done. Lenny Smith, just not his heat.
Nah, he came out swinging though. First heat was incredible, but then...
First heat, I messaged him and said, mate, those Belly Hill sprints have done you wonders because your back foot's looking really strong.
Well, maybe it didn't do him wonders because he almost died.
Maybe his legs failed him today. I'm not sure, but tricky conditions. He doesn't get through. But again, Lennox is going to be there next year. So this is purely just experience for him. He's got the next 5 Challenger Series. He knows what he's in for, and based on his round 1 heat, he knows how to make heats. So it's going to be sweet. Heat 5, Matthias Hurdy. This is a big one for qualification.
Yeah, fuck. He'd be staring at the ceiling fan each night at this point.
Yeah.
Him and Chippo are like those guys that are just like fucking always there.
Man.
And just never quite get there.
I heard his post-heat interview today. Not one iota of stress in his voice. Not one bit. He was just like, yeah. His reasoning was, because it's at the start of the year, it doesn't feel like the last event. It's like, it feels like the first event.
Sure.
So if that's how your brain's working, then brilliant.
Go for it.
Go for it. Got a feel for Eden Hassan here. Needed a score at the end of the heat. Threw down a really nice punt. Got a 7. Needed a 7.15 or something. So he doesn't progress. The judges just didn't give him the score. Adur Amatrian, though, gets through. He's been someone that I feel like has just been quietly achieving all year.
Yeah.
He's in the top. He's about to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
So he's going to be there for next year. Really solid surfer. Heat 6. This felt like a freaking funeral. I just was watching this thing.
Oh, Lobby.
So Liam O'Brien in at 9th position currently on the rankings. Let me just confirm that.
The nicest man in surfing.
And a completely worthy World Tour surfer as well. As well as being a great fella, he deserves to be on the World Tour. He came up in Heat 6 today and not one thing went his way. Surfing was there. He was getting nearly 5s on waves, just one section, just doing a big turn. And for Lob to be showing emotion in Heat, you know, he's just stressing and wigging out.
He definitely looked uneasy and unsettled.
He looked, there was one wave, he did this huge first turn and it was almost like, give me something, like give me another section, because he was going to land whatever he went for. He is right on the bubble, so he's 9th. As soon as Jacob makes his heat tomorrow, he will leapfrog Lob, I believe. So Lob's in 10th, and then if Cal makes his heat, Lob's in 11th.
Yep. How heartbreaking was that nosedive?
Oh,
it was like
God.
2 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So so hard to find a contestable wave with 5 seconds to go.
Yeah.
He actually got one.
Under priority.
No, he had priority.
Oh, no, that was when he had priority. Sorry.
He had priority. Took off, did a turn, and I've never seen someone look so nervous.
Yeah.
It was to me, it translated to like, I'm just going to do this turn, safety it, and it looked like it was in 3 different minds, and the nose just went submarining.
It was like, came off the bottom, stuck behind a little bit of whitewash. Wave was bumpy, but you could see he like kind of did almost like a half bottom turn, just like, I'm going to quickly just hit this section, throw a bit of water, and then try and get down into another one. And just, you could see feet buried the nose.
Yep.
And no good. So Lobby goes out. He's going to be sitting there needing his fellow countrymen, Callum Robson and Jacob Wilcox, to not be progressing beyond
My
that.
crystal ball says Lobby's got a tough morning tomorrow, and he might as well just go to the pub.
I just book a flight to Indo now. So, you know what I mean? Just take off. But
Go to the pub or Indo.
the pub or Indo, great. So,
And he's got a haircut.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that was it.
Maybe
The juju was in the curls.
I don't want to put anything on any of these guys because they're all Aussies, and whoever
Friendly fire left, right, and centre.
whoever the best surfer is to make it is going to be who makes it, essentially. Don't want to say anything. So Lob's going to be sitting there hoping Cal or Jacob doesn't make it. I foresee at least one of them making it. I can't see them both losing.
Mm.
And then he's also got Jordan there in the background just sniffing around. So it's going to be a tough watch for him. I'm not going to hope and pray on anything, and just whatever happens here. Dylan Moffat, though, in other news, killed it. 7.33, highest score of the heat. He's not really in a window to qualify, but he's looking really good. This heat here was another funeral. Heat 7, Geordie Lawler and Xavier Huxtable. I believe they were 16th and 17th on the rankings. They were. So 16th and 17th, both lost in the same heat. Reg just come out and clearly didn't care.
Fuck, he looks spicy at the minute.
Reg is just full giant killer and full, he's there to do his job. They're trying to do their job. But Zave looked gutted at the end. He was a long shot also. Would have needed to do a lot, but he's very capable of doing that. They put the camera on him and you're just like, oh, God. It sucks to see all that happening. But he is in a spot where he's going to be, I think he's going to be all right for next year on the Chang. So he's going to stay there.
Good shit.
Oliver Ziertz was a real standout. I believe is the nephew of Sebastian Ziertz. Just a little fun fact.
I wonder if he has like a quarter of a thumb.
Yeah. Well,
or if he has any other growth somewhere else. Might DM him and just be like, can we get a body scan of you, bro?
For those out there wondering what Zach's yabbering on about here, Seabass has like an extra thumb.
Yeah, he has a thumb on a thumb.
Yeah, here's a double thumb. Your man, the guy you love so greatly, Eli Hanneman, you can't deny him, man. He's so bloody good.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, no, I'm not on his camp. Just not.
You're not in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Switzerland.
Okay.
I'm in the middle.
I just really respect what he's done this year. I reckon I've seen him land, if you averaged out like all of his backhand air reverses that he does, his landing rate would be like 90%. You never see him fall. Yeah. It's ridiculous. He's got the backhand full rotation on complete lockdown, and
He
he
looks grommy.
grommy. If you're sending one of those things out into the flats,
Yeah, but it's a grommy sending it out in the flats. That's what I mean. Like,
What do you mean? He looks grommy because he's so small?
yes.
Ah, okay.
I know that's not fair to say, but it's true.
Okay.
Like, he's pretty small.
He is small, but he surfs big, I reckon.
He's technically great.
Yeah.
But I just think if you put him up against William Cardoso, it's like, oh God.
He'd probably eat him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like Jay Davies or something.
Yeah, they'd devour him for lunch. The big one though here, 16-year-old Ocean Lancaster defeats Kais King and Ryan Callanan, so they both go knocking a couple Aussie friendly fires there. Also defeats Cowley Vast, who has officially qualified for the World Tour next year.
Yep.
But Ocean dropped an 8.33 and a 6.83, 15.16 heat total for a 16-year-old in a Challenger Series. Ridiculous. Cowley 13.5, so very good still surfing, but Ocean was a standout in that one. And then we move on to the last heat of the day. Levi Slauson, Cade Matson, Billy Stammen, Mikana Fransman, and the two Yanks get through that one. Levi and Cade. So Levi's looking for a win here. If he wins, he qualifies.
Yeah, I don't see the win.
He won at Huntington.
I'm aware. I'm conscious and breathing. I am okay with that. And I still think it's going to be hard for him to win.
Okay. I like the comparison of wave. I mean, Nui's probably a lot better wave, but it's a similar type of wave. And I mean, he'd be backing himself.
Today's swell at Huntington would be like a cyclone fucking swell.
Yeah. His job, though, is he knows what he has to do. So I guess it's pressure on in that regard, but it's also pressure off. It's like, I have to win this thing. It's like, let me put my head down and look up when I'm in the final, and that's when we start maybe freaking out a little bit. But
definitely not a wave of confidence for Billy Stammen, who's got the wild card into Raglan.
Yeah. But not in a real position to qualify anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think if you're going to give Billy Stammen a wild card to any wave on the planet, it's Raglan.
Yeah.
He's a freak out there.
He has won the most out there.
He's a freak. His backhand's incredible, and a lot of people don't know that. But look out for that when he gets there because it's stupid.
I've also been given some local knowledge as I just spent some time in New Zealand.
Yeah.
A few key people there who I will believe said that the backhand is actually favourable for a place like Raglan.
I can see that. There's one person.
Anyone who's getting ready for their picks, maybe just clip this out, save it.
Just
might be good for your
for event
fantasy.
4 of the tour this year.
Into mid-May.
Yeah. Let's get through Bells first, eh?
Yes.
Before we get to that though, just quickly, two people I'm really excited to see: Merewether.
Yep.
And Crosby. I want to watch those two.
I'd swap Crosby with his brother.
Oh, maybe all three. To be fair, I want to watch.
Start just naming everyone.
No, but they're back.
I'm looking forward to watching the whole tour.
In terms of backhands, I want to see there. It's those three.
Yep.
Out of
their backhands. You like to watch their backhands.
Backhands.
Got you.
Thank you.
Here's first, everyone.
Thank you,
here to
Mr.
watch backhands.
Okay, moving on, Zach. So tomorrow, we will see. And if you're watching this, everything we've just said is null and void because, well, unless you watch it tomorrow morning. But a lot of what we've said is already going to have happened. Don't matter. We're happy to cover it. Things to watch out for, though. Morgan Siblick just has to progress through tomorrow, and he's going to be in a much better position. He will put himself up above. Well, him and Oscar are very similar, so they're going to move up at around the same rate. But I believe if he makes his heat tomorrow, he's going to actually move up above him.
Yeah, so Morg 7, Oscar 6.
Yeah, so they'll flip, but as long as they keep making heats, they'll be fine. And the thing for those guys too, they've got a little bit of breathing room now with Lob out. They've also got 2 or 3 guys behind them before anyone else can even jump them, and there's not that many people left that can jump. You know what I mean? So it's going to be. They're getting safer and safer as the days go on.
Did we announce that George Pittar is actually safe?
George Pittar just confirmed.
Yep.
Hot
off the press.
Yeah, brand new, just before we started recording. So currently we have Eli, Cowley, and GP all confirmed. So Morgan, he's first up. He'd be probably a little bit of sleeplessness tonight, knowing his first heat tomorrow and what he's got to do to actually get back on tour. But he's in a really good spot. Same with Chippo, heat 2. He's got to progress to jump Lob, and then Oscar Berry, Mike McDonough. There's some cracking heats coming up. And then Robbo. They're all back to back to back to back. So that's must see television tomorrow. Everyone needs to wake up. And you won't have heard this podcast yet, but it's gonna be pretty sick to watch that, and pretty heartbreaking maybe for a couple of people. But it's all part of it. Moving on from there, I mean, the only other real thing we want to touch on is the last heat. George Pitta, Lucas Silveira, Jackson Baker, Ben Lorenston. That's a cracker also.
That's crazy. There's so much friendly fire going on.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of just on the rankings check, those three I named before confirmed. Sammy Pupo lost out, but he's in. Luke Thompson's in. Oscar Berry and Morgan, I think, will both be in. Mateus just needs to keep progressing. He's in at 8th. Lob's in hot water. Jacobs just needs to progress and he'll overtake Lob, and Cal's the same. So
Cal is the one individual who could really start to upset some crew.
Yeah, well, the more he progresses, the more he's going to overtake, especially once he's in that top 10, immediately it makes it harder for guys like Jorgun, because the gap between them two is like 2,000 points already.
Yep.
That grows to 3,000 once Cal makes one heat. It's just chasing.
Yep.
There's a lot of chasing you got to do. Beyond that, I don't even really need to touch on anyone. Levi Slauson needs to win the event, and Dimitri Poulos probably in the same position. But beyond that, they're all Dunhams.
Yeah, there is a very slim scenario where Mateus, Lobby, and Jacob potentially, or even Cal, potentially not make it.
Well, any one of those. Nah, Mateus. Yeah, well, there is actually.
Very slim.
Yeah.
It would mean that they all have to lose by the time that you're listening to this, and people down in that 15th upwards. So that would be Levi, Dimitri, Winter, and Jorgen all seem to go 1, 2, 3.
Well, Winter's lost already. So
Minus Winter.
Yeah.
So if Dimitri, Levi, Jorgen all happen to go like first, second, third, it'd be pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it'd be pretty diabolical. Yep. I feel like that'd
it squished the last 3, which happened to be mostly Aussies.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically how it stands. There's probably a lot of just absolute rot being talked there. In my head, it makes sense, Zach. For those people that are listening, probably it'll already unfolded by the time they're watching this, but it's good to go over it anyway.
Yep. Should we let some people know about what's to come? So we got board review, the Minecraft, coming this week.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll see it on our Instagram socials as well when that's ready to go. So make sure you're ready for that. Mm-hmm. Next week, we'll do the event wrap-up.
Yeah.
It'll be all over Red Rover.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're not too far away from Fantasy Surfer. So Bell's around the corner, starts on the 1st of April, which is inside, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It's not far away.
So on that, these guys get fuck all rest, and it's a bit of a weird one if you're Sammy Pupo, you're Carly Vast, you're Luke Thompson. Are you going home? What are you doing?
No, there's no way.
Especially with where the world's at right now.
Straight to Bells.
Straight to Bells, straight up to the Goldie, I'd say, because I don't think Bells is that good. The Goldie's been absolutely cooking.
Yeah, but you only got 2, you may as well go and learn Bells. Especially with these guys, they probably never surfed it before. Go and figure out that lineup.
I reckon Luke Thompson's well and truly aware of how to surf a long right-hander.
I think he'll be fine. But I think if you ask anyone that's surfed there, it's a tricky wave, and
it's hard to fly down to Bells when the waves
so good at snapper.
Yeah, it's a definitive, it's pumping.
Yeah,
the bank is incredible at Snapper Rocks.
Yeah.
The bank's incredible at Burleigh. So it'd be interesting to see what these guys do.
Pretty big fantasy league as well. We're gonna try and jack this thing up, and
oh yeah, it's a big pup.
it's gonna be hopefully some content coming out of it. We're gonna be potentially working with the WSL on some things throughout the year, so we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, definitely keep your eyes and ears open, because that thing's gonna be getting launched as soon as we can, because we're gonna try and max out the amount of people in it.
Yep.
And we're gonna. Don't know who yet, but we're going to get some pretty sick prizes off someone for...
There's a couple of things there brewing,
yeah.
But it'll be somewhat safe to say whoever wins this thing at the end of the year at Pipe is going to be walking away one fucking happy camper.
Yeah.
And you hinted it there. Start brainstorming some ideas that you want to see us do, because the loser of each event out of Finley and I will have to complete a challenge. So start thinking.
Challenge. It's not really a challenge. It's more just like punishment.
Punishment, challenge, whatever you want it to be. Now, don't ask us to chop our sausages off or something. Like, let's not go turbo straight away. But start thinking. Send us a DM. What is an appropriate challenge or
comment
punishment?
on YouTube or Spotify what you want us to do and we'll just bank these things throughout the year. What punishments or challenges you want us to do as a result of losing fantasy. I think you're going to be doing a lot of them.
Based upon last year, yes.
So
one of them may include surfing a very crowded break in some pink budgie smugglers. Something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
You guys will be deciding what we do.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah.
We're not moving to Iran anytime soon. I think that's it.
Well, now we've got some listening questions, mate.
Listener cues.
Don't forget about those. I'll pull them up right now.
All right, first listener cue. I'm not sure if this is a question or if it's just a very nice compliment by Ben Lawrenston or Lawrenston. Yet to find out. Best pod ever. I'm not sure if he's asking us what is the best pod.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take it that way. I'm just saying that Benny thinks we're the best pod.
Legend, Benny. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Legend. Okay. Ollie May. Would adding style to competitive surfing's judging criteria today improve the WSL?
I think so.
Any references to people you might be referring to?
Holy shit, yeah. Who do you want? How far do you want this list?
Well, the next question. When are you getting Sally Fitz on the pod? That might be one of them.
Not happening. Her and Yolanda, definitely not happening. Yeah, so that was Holden. When are we getting Sally Fitz on the pod? Don't think we will. We actually reached out. She said she's really busy selling sheds.
Yeah.
Sheds are just so busy this time of year. Coming into Easter, all those farmers just after some sheds. Eli Carr, if Jacko Baker wins the QE, is he officially the Prince of Merewether?
Well,
I think he is already.
There's an establishment down there called the Prince of Merewether, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's like a bar, or a pub, and I believe if he wins, he gets given outright ownership of that pub.
Yep, I like it.
I feel like that's what at least should happen.
Yep.
Because yeah, definitely. If not some form of crown, I think you just give him access to that pub. Could be dangerous, but
Give him the keys.
you just let him run riot in there. Next one. What do we got?
Tobias Davies, most underrated surfer in recent times. In his opinion, Emrod. Whoa.
I'd like that one. I do like watching Emrod surf. I think it just goes back to the reel I posted recently of Dusty Payne. It's really hard to look past him. I think he could have done so much more in his career and never really got the props he was deserved. I think he's a hard one to go past.
Dusty. Yep. Can it be like someone who could have been, or is it just like still
I
ripping?
mean, whoever you want.
Tonino Benson.
Yeah, he went missing.
He hit the glass Barbie pretty hard, I think.
Okay.
I don't think
Allegedly.
I'm pretty confident. But yeah, I think Tonino Benson had the world at his hands and allegedly threw it all away.
Okay.
Jordan King. What's the odds of Lebar throwing a Battler's division in the miss?
Say that?
I think low chance this time round.
We've done it. Was it the demand wasn't entirely
We
there?
had Reggie's last year.
Yeah.
Which was like alternative surfcraft only. And there was a lot of hype in the first one that died off really quickly. So no division.
Okay. Probably gonna have to beat that.
We don't. That's fine.
I will be. Hugh Wigg, do you have a WSL fantasy comp? Yes, we do, Hugh, and that will be out in the next week or so. So keep your eyes and ears open. Daniel Semo would love to see the run effed off, and year on year the winner should host.
He said the run fucked off for anyone who cares.
I don't swear on the podcast, Zach.
Yeah,
That's
so you're allowed to say by the sounds of it.
You can't. I'll be beeping that too. I think it's a cool idea. The winner gets to host the next edition of the ABB. The issue there is if who's a South Oz club? Seaford wins.
I'm not going to Seaford.
No one's going. That's the issue there. As bad as it is to say, and they're expected to come up here, I'm not going to Seaford.
Lee Bar wins. Where do you have it? Not doing it at the point.
Well,
pub innies.
Pub Shorey.
And
It's
then everyone will be like, Lennox sucks.
good.
Yeah, fair. Fair. I don't know. I don't know. I reckon Burley's pretty good. I reckon WSL are looking at Burley going, "Meh, we could probably run there."
It's pretty perfect, isn't it?
For a sponsorship, it is music to their ears.
Yeah.
It is guaranteed foot traffic. It is guaranteed great visuals. Yeah, I don't, and to be honest, I already know this. Serving Australia have just signed a 3-year deal with Burley, so it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. All right, Mentawai's.
You definitely I butchered this last week.
Oh, Metawai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I don't know why I said Mentawai's.
Reach out as well, because you've asked a few questions and we actually want to get your name right when we say it, so please reach out.
Metawai. How much poon did Huey go through on Sunday night after pulling that fucking shit off? You'd hope to think a little bit of poonani got on the forehead there. It's worthy. Like,
it's pretty heroic what he did.
When that score dropped and they bumped up and he's like getting cheered and everyone's throwing beers on him, like, yep, that's how you get punani.
Imagine that happening to you in your life. You just win something for your club.
You just win something.
You just win something. Imagine just winning something. You don't have to.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's not in my wildest dreams. Sonny Russell, is Caleb's turn the best turn in competition since JJF layback at Trestles and Dane's one time?
I'm glad he referenced Dane. That was in, it was a big throwaway.
Yeah.
And it was a big section. Nah, Dane Reynolds, to this day, that's the best turn.
Yeah. There's been if you spend a bit of time watching Caleb surf, that's not a rare turn for him to do. He does a lot of that, like really critical layback and like where he's hitting the lip too.
Yeah.
You've seen it at the ABB for one of his 8s and just throwing tail on pretty sketchy sections and landing it quite easily. Like it's something that he's really good at. I think it's because he's so compressed over his board and he's so over it that he can actually land that stuff. If you're a little bit more on the back foot or a little bit more tall, you can't really land that. I don't think it's the best turn, but I think it was a very, very impressive turn. Ash Jenner, has poaching gone too far? Should people only be allowed to surf for their home club?
I forgot to say before, asterisks. That's what I was referring to.
With Byron.
Fuck half these clubs.
Yeah.
So I believe if Glenn Elliott's going to say that if you snap your leg off, you have to walk up, then there should be some wording around they have to be financial members in this club and they have to reside in the postcode of these clubs.
Yeah.
Because I have heard stories that are true and currently happening where financial incentives are given to surfers to come join the club.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, that's a slippery slope. Opens a can of worms. Because then I can just go buy 11 surfers.
When you look at it, it's an investment because you're investing in surfer A, who's hopefully going to win you the ABB, and then you make 20 grand?
20 grand.
So you got to look at it that way.
At the cost of everyone in your community, and now your fucking tyres are flat.
Yeah, well, you're not really fostering your homegrown talent, are you?
No.
You're kind of just
And I think
buying
that's definitely seems to be some sour bitterness in some clubs because of that.
bit of Sydney Roosters about that.
Yeah. So, I think they need to be a little tighter in that regard because, there has been some chatter.
Yep.
About that.
What are you going to Sally? We
Sally.
did that. Huey Vaughan and Dakota, that was kind of where I based that average of the scores off, and it was basically Huey averaged number 2, Dakota's number 3, Chris Zaffis number 1. So don't sleep on Chris Zaffis.
Love it. Jackson Carter, 7, best wave on the East Coast. Has to be Snapper or Cura.
If crowds weren't a thing, it doesn't get much better than that.
I'm just talking about like objectively.
Wave quality.
Yeah.
When it's good, those two are
Best on its day.
as good as it gets.
Yep. I'd say Cura.
Should Lebar have put a goofy in the ABB team? That's from Tom Jughead.
Oh, Tommy boy, this was discussed.
Is this just a bit of a dilemma on your behalf, considering you were in the mix for the team?
And this was also discussed at Snapper at the Usher. So sometimes when the waves are slower in pace, someone on their backhand, I should say, has the ability to just go tighter in the pocket.
Yeah.
And I think judges fucking love that every day of the year, every day of the week. In regards to Burley, it was so, on the low tide, it was so cupped out and so much water drawing off the bottom. It's quite difficult on your backhand because backhand, you're relying a lot more of rail, whereas forehand, you can, I don't know, it feels a bit easier to navigate tricky waves on your forehand rather than your backhand.
Yeah.
So that came into it. But then when the waves did start to slow down and we were having heats on high tide, I was like, fuck, a goofy footer. Just having one goofy out there as a little bit of a point of difference, I thought was valuable. But the problem was our team at that time was going so well.
Can't
How can you just be like, all right, me and Keenan are going in.
Yeah.
And if that went shit, it's like, well, you know where it went wrong, right?
It's your fault.
And it's, yeah. So, it was discussed, but we were looking pretty unstoppable. And then, unfortunately, we're just on the wrong side of rhythm in the semi-final. Zach Dorian, are tag teams the future of competitive surfing? I believe so. I think this is the event that's really stuck out and has the potential to shift the needle.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to play a bigger and bigger part as we move forward. Lehani, top 3 takes from the ABB.
My 3 really quick was Binzi saying when Mark Ockey was doing the runaround and they had the leaderboard, the live heats leaderboard for the fastest lap. And he just said, don't think he's getting the fastest lap. Or it was something like that. And it was smooth. It wasn't a dig at Ockey at all. It was just like smooth wording. And I was losing my shit. Dakota Walters, Jesse Starling, how much time do you need? More than that.
Yeah.
That was very funny as well. And I was surfing. I spoke to Vorno about this. I was surfing out at Burley when the contest was over. And that's when the mascot competition was on.
Yeah.
And I've done some webcasts before that, you start at 7:30 in the morning, you finish at 3 or 4. When you talk all day, like, it is quite taxing. And you kind of, after 4:30, you just want to go sit in your hotel room, not do much. But the fucking energy that Vorno brought to that mascot challenge, I was just looking at him going, you poor bugger.
Yeah.
Like that, it was just, would have been so hard for him to do. And for him to just like fucking own it and just give it 110%. It went into like the night.
Yeah.
And I was like, he has been going all day.
He just doesn't stop that bloke, though.
And I was just like laughing out in the surf, just like, wow, he must be coughing it right now.
And now he's down at Newey commentating. On that, little special mention as well. Obviously, Lehani's surfing for Byron was incredible throughout the event. But did you hear a post-seed interview?
No.
They were like, so what's your goals moving forward? And she's like, just deadpan straight down the barrel of the camera and just went, I want to win 10 world titles. I want to win 2 gold medals. And it just rattled off this huge list of things. It was like, oh my God. Like, I'm a piece of shit. That's what it made me feel like.
Yeah.
I was like, I just suck at everything.
We just won 25,000 followers. Surely it's not that hard.
But yeah, that was a special mention there for Lehani. She was killing it.
Yep.
Luke Smithy. What do you think of Seaford? Boardriders. Good, really good effort.
Great effort.
Love that.
Great effort. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked them to get that result that they kind of had. I had a few clubs there where I was like, I don't even know where these guys are.
Yeah.
Good
I've never
on.
heard of Seaford.
Scarborough. There's 2 Scarboroughs I found out.
Oh, really?
One in New South Wales, one in Western Australia.
There you go.
Shout out to Scarborough Boardriders.
Sauce Bottle spotted you wearing shorts at the ABB. You're a changed man.
He said, please discuss sunburn, polar allergies, rust. I walked down with long pants, Gordo. I walked down there
You're
and
a
I
sicko, mate.
the sweats started happening at about 8 o'clock and I was like, fuck, I'm going to put shorts on.
Yep.
So I tried. We won't read that one. That's pretty good.
That one's from Huey's Huge Nuts. You know what you said. Probably not going to read it out, but it's just potential for that to have happened.
Sonny asked, Lever underscored in the semis, particularly Woody and Maxi.
We're not here to bitch and moan, Zach. I don't want to just throw out underscored claims. Sonny, yes, we were robbed completely. Let's move on.
Yes. Yep.
Kaimana Cans. Surfing Oz. Where did the 1.5 mil of sponsorship dollars get distributed to?
I don't know if that's a correct number, but it sounds about right, and I could probably spend $1 million of that right now. So that broadcast was a big production. Like, they had a semi-trailer pretty well there with like all the back end. There's probably 100. I'm going to say 300K broadcast instantly. Staff, cameras, food, wages. I reckon they slapped a 300K cost on that. Bump in on Friday, bump out on Monday. Yeah, there's 300. Permits, they closed the road. I'm trying to close the road at the moment for an event, and it was around $9,000 for a day.
Really?
Maybe it was for 2 days.
Well, if you can account for the first meal, I can account for the last 500,000. I know where that went.
Judges.
Yep.
Commentators. Getting probably just shy of $1,000 a day. What else? There's heaps of shit. Accommodation for everyone.
Yeah.
It
adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where's the other 500?
Lane Beachleys New Balance deal.
Yes.
That's why the shoe exchange happened. That's where the extra $500,000 went.
Yep. I reckon that's pretty well right. Owen Kilby, junior source. Caleb Tankred surfs like Dusty Payne. Yeah.
I can see it. It's similar. It's I don't like really comparing people to people, but yeah, I can see the merit there.
Yep.
And then last one, Jarvisell. Should there be an ABB style tag team in the Olympics? And kind of touched that before, but yeah, I think there really should be. And I think it should run parallel to the surfing. It should be an individual surfing event, and then a second platform for the teams event.
Yep. One last one, Simo from Yuli's Brews. Say surfing changes to the ABB format in the Olympics, and you guys get to pick each country's team. Junior, 2 opens, and an over 35. And a female. Who you got for USA, Oz, Brazil?
So
let's just do USA and Oz.
Yeah. So you get the ABB format in the Olympics, and we get to pick a junior, 2 open, over 35, and a female for Australia and US.
Okay, so you go first.
We're going to do collaboratively. I think the States is... So if you're including Hawaii, are we including Hawaii in this?
Yes, they are the 51st state.
Yeah. So, because they're their own surfing nation, but I think in the Olympics they surf for America. But so you probably have Carissa Moore as your female surfer, although Aaron Brooks probably not far off.
Yep.
2 opens.
Fuck, I reckon you're putting Aaron in.
Over Carissa?
Yep.
Okay.
The next Olympics isn't for a couple of years.
If we're looking at 2028, then yeah, I think Aaron will be right into a world title winning territory by then. 2 open. John is one of them.
Most certainly.
You have John there. Geez, Americans. I mean, there's a lot of really good surfers who are like, I'm just going to pull up the rankings. Obviously, Kolohe's represented him before. He's a bit past it now. Oh, Griffin.
I was about to just go, brother. Why are you pulling out the rankings?
Griffin. Sorry. Completely slipped my mind. So we got John, we got Griffin. Although 2028, I mean, Crosby could be in the mix by then as well. You know, he's coming up. John's obviously the GOAT really right now, but
I don't think John's aging in that.
Nah, he's going to be fine. So John, Griffin, Aaron, over 35. Kelly? Is Kelly a master?
I'd go Dane for sure.
I don't think Dane's an amazing competition surfer. If you need Dane to go out and get your score quickly, I don't know how reliable he is.
All right, I'd rather go like Taylor Steele.
Taylor Steele? Do you mean Taylor Knox?
Taylor Knox. Fuck.
You'd go Taylor Knox over Kelly Slater.
No, that doesn't sound right.
That's insane.
Robin Charter.
No. Kelly Slater is obviously going to be...
I'm not picking Kelly until he comes on the podcast.
Wait, hang on. How old's John going to be? Hang on. Let me cook here. John can be 2028. He can be your master.
There you go, done.
John's your master. Crosby, Griffin are your 2 opens. And then we got Erin as your girl, and then Junior.
18, are we going to Junior?
I guess, yeah. Who's coming through?
Fuck. I don't even know an under 18-year-old in America.
Cannon Carr's a really good young surfer coming from there.
I think he'd be older than that.
He'd be getting a little bit older, I reckon. Let's have a look at the North American.
Fuck. By the time it's 2028, it'd probably be King fucking...
No, I tell you who's going to be their
King
junior
Nickel.
is Eden Waller. Is that the boy or the...
Nah, Zion.
Zion Waller, sorry.
Yeah.
Zion Waller. He's their junior. If you haven't seen that kid surf, his sister's incredible, Eden. Zion, he's a future world champ.
Yeah.
Hands down, like I'd put money on it right now. He's going to win world champion.
Yeah.
Or world title, sorry. He's incredible. Chuck him in there. He just was in a pro junior final in Barbados, and they did the presentation, and he stood next to like a 16-year-old. He looks about 8. He's that small, but he's just ripping, like incredible. For Oz, this is going to be a bit easier, and I think it's hard about this one. Open, Ethan.
Ethan for sure.
Jack, Robbo.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Who? You don't even know. You're just saying no. You don't even know the surfer to friggin'...
I'm going like a challenger guy.
What, someone who's not there yet?
I'm going like a Morgs.
Okay. Well, we kind of have to decide on one. I think Jack... Depends where the event is, I guess.
Let's go Morgs.
Okay, we'll go Morgs. Lady, obviously, Molly.
Yep.
That one speaks for itself.
And I reckon it has to be Ocean Lancaster.
Junior, well, yeah, he'd be probably in that vicinity. He's 16 now. He'd be under 18, you'd think. And then, who's our open? I mean, our master.
Oh, I got a plethora.
Sonny Russell.
Sonny Russell for sure.
I guess Mick Fanning, right?
Yeah, Fanning. Fanning's still looking
Taj?
pretty good.
Who's surfing better? I mean, Joel's still ripping,
I reckon
but
Fanning.
Fanning, he's just more clinical comp guy,
Yeah,
right?
it hasn't really changed that much.
A bit more reliable.
Yep.
There you go.
That's it.
Thanks for listening, guys. There's word salad at the end there. Hopefully it made sense. But tune in next week. We'll have the full wrap coming at you from what happened at Merewether. Rankings, who's in, who's out, the comp, who won that, and then also depending on how this timeline's going to work, we're going to do like a big preview episode of the World Tour for this year. Going to go through every surfer, what we think their chances are, and yeah, who we think's going to win at the end of the year. So that's kind of like, basically we're back where we started last year.
I know.
It's kind of like
January 19th.
We're just completing the rotation, and it's kind of like where we started. So hopefully this one's a little bit better than last year's. Like we said earlier, if you can, please chuck us a follow. And
Big announcement coming in 2 weeks too.
Well, it's 1 week now, isn't it? Or is it still 2 weeks? You hinted at it last week, and everyone was like, "What's the announcement?" And I was like, "I actually don't know."
That's good. We've got to build up the
I
hype.
think I know what it is.
Keep everyone edging.
But yeah, so keep an eye out and an ear out for that. Sorry, but yeah, if you can, chuck us a follow.
Yep.
Subscribe, YouTube, subscribe, whatever you can do, it all helps. And yeah, leave a comment if you can also. But thank you for listening. We'll see you next week for our wrap.